What's going on, guys? So I'm going to show you guys something crazy here. So Intel dropped like a rock, okay? Let me show you. Let's go max. Was $60, 60 or almost $70 right there, and it is now down to 23. So how do you trade this most bullishly? Because it is bullish. Trust me. I know that chart looked like crazy bad, but Intel has put a ton of money into what is called fabs. So they make semiconductors, as you know, chips for computer parts. They have a server application, and they have personal computer, and probably other data center driven type stuff that doesn't involve either of those things. Either way. So what's the best strategy here? So there's a couple. One, you're trading calls, because calls have what's called a limited risk. The most you can lose is the premium, and the most you can make is a lot. Let me show you this. So you have to pick a date. So there's a couple different options. What I want to do eventually is go out to here, go deep in the money. They say for the best type of leap, you do half. But if I had the money, I would do this because it's a guaranteed win. It's long dated, so you have time for this to mature, and the theta decay is low. And its connection to the stock price is high. So what do you do? You buy. So the stock price is 23. So to add leverage here, you would go half. You go to half. So either 10 or 13. Let's go with 13. Just because the price is cheaper. And let's say you'd buy 2 of them. It's a little bit more than the current price, but hey, we could even put this a little lower. So let's go with 13. Right? Whoa, what is happening here? 13. Yeah, that'll lower it a little bit. Give the price time to move. So basically, as this thing approaches, so you have 2 years for this to mature. But it's not just that you have these two, and you're controlling 200 shares when you do this. Each option contract is 100 shares. So you're going to control 2 of those, right? So you have 200 shares, and then you can sell calls on top of it while you're waiting for this to mature. So while there's a stagnant market, because right now there's a whole lot, like there's that Thailand company, what is it, TSMC, I don't know. It's one of the larger fabs, and then you also have AMD as their competitors. Oh, and NVIDIA. Those are the major ones, those are the top 4. So there's a lot more market share. Intel used to have way more. They've been kind of getting crushed by this competition because they're not used to it. Their company structure isn't even built to deal with it. But they've invested so much money into fabs. It's crazy. So while that's maturing, you can then sell calls. How do you get into that? Let me see here. Oh, sorry. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Let's just go. You'd sell short-dated calls. So let's say we're going to go to like a week out maybe. And you can do whatever you want. But you earn whatever this premium is. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to sell out of the money calls. And you have to you're doing guesswork. Like how much do you think it's not going to go up in a week? So if they don't hit this target of 25, you earn... you would earn $95 a week on that. And as long as they expire worthless, you keep earning that $95 a week, but you also keep your leaps options. This is called the poor man's covered call strategy. So you earn that premium I just showed you on the 2 contracts by offering them up for sale every week at like a little bit above the price of your current the current price of the stock. And as long as it doesn't hit that target, their contracts are going to expire worthless, and you just earn the premium that they paid you for you offering the sale. Does that make sense? Okay. So as long as you keep doing that, you'll continue to earn profit on your sales. And Intel has stopped giving dividends temporarily while they restructure. So there's no reason to own the stock over owning the options contracts. Now, theta decay, because they can't just give you this free money. There has to be like some input. So theta, the one Greek, is the amount that these contracts will delay over time. So if I go here, oh, whoa, I'm on sale. Oops, buy. Say buy these or these. Buy. So you continue to earn all this, and let's say in 2 years it goes back up to 70. I mean, you're going to have a lot of money, dog. Another option would be you go out to this long dated call option, and let's say you're like super bullish. Okay. I think in 2 years it's going to go to 35, probably. Okay. Buy. How many can you buy? Well, for that same price that I showed earlier, let's say 100 contracts. Well, let's say you wanted to, let's see, 5. You could now own 500 shares, right? So 500 shares are going to move like a motherfucker. If this thing goes back up to 60, like I said, you're earning, your profit is going to be nuts. It can't even show me on this right now. I wish it did, but it doesn't. And your max loss is capped. You're capped at the total amount that you paid for the contracts. You're not capped at like, oh, the stock, you're owning 500 shares and it going to 0. No, that's not what's happening. You're only losing the premium that you paid for the contract. So at the end of an options contract, you have the option to purchase them at the price that you said you wanted to buy them, if you have that money at the end, which you could do. I mean, you know, if you have that money, you want to buy 500 shares, then you have 500 shares that you can continuously sell covered calls on and make, let's say, you wanted some security, so you go with this guy, sell. You'd have 5 contracts that you could sell, so you can now make $189 a week. I'm not exactly sure how you're, oh, yeah, because you can, right. You can lose your contracts, but that would suck. Or your shares. Well, you don't lose the shares. You're just selling them. But you're selling them at that price. So it would be 25 times 500 is what you, that's a lot of money, dog. And see, look, it gives you the chance of profit right here. Boom. So, you know, I mean, you could sell really, really cheap stuff. I don't think anyone, I mean, you know, I'm a little bit more risk than that. Maybe the 26 guy. Let's see what it does. 5. I mean, that's like a guaranteed $144 a week, dude. Gee.